Hello, denizens. Random Brain Farts Tech News here. So many things to talk about. Reddit's attack on Wall Street. Apple attacks Facebook. Facebook attacks Apple back. It's going to be fun. RBF is brought to you by Manfred's, makers of the ear sharpener. Now you can sharpen your pencil and dig out earwax at the same time. When your eardrum is damaged, you know your pencil is sharp. Welcome back. Really, the big battle is between Apple and Facebook. This dust-up has been brewing for years. Tim Cook has called out Facebook many times for their data collection and privacy practices. Safari already blocks trackers and doesn't let companies follow you from site to site, but it's coming to a head with a software update that Apple will be releasing soon. Apple's privacy updates will require users to opt in to data collection. Zuckerberg squealed that it will make it harder for small businesses to reach their customers. Right, because it's the small businesses that Mark really cares about. My analysis of the whole Reddit Robinhood hedge fund Wall Street bloodbath is the following. I have no fucking clue. Let's move on. People desperate for the excitement of travel and want to get away from the sheer boredom of the COVID pandemic are putting their own homes and apartments on Airbnb and then renting it out to themselves. It's essentially a staycation made to feel like a vacation. You get to spend money and get nothing out of it of any long-lasting value, just like a real vacation. However, one couple gave themselves a very bad rating after trashing their own house and were no longer allowed to rent their home to themselves. Of course, I made this item up, but it sounded real, didn't it? Here is a scary stat. China owns the EV battery business. They process 57% of the world's lithium and 100% of the graphite, 86% of the anode production, and 70% of the cathode. And they make 75% of the world's battery cells. Clearly, we need to bring this back to North America. But making batteries is also a dirty business. So they would have to set things up in a state that does not care about the welfare of its own people. I'll leave you denizens in the comment section to pick the state where a battery plant should be set up in. Getting back to the Facebook-Apple scrap, I have to honestly say that Tim Cook really nailed it in his video presented to the Computers Privacy and Data Protection Conference. I quote, "At a moment of rampant disinformation and conspiracy theories juiced by algorithms, we can no longer turn a blind eye to a theory of technology that says all engagement is good engagement. The longer, the better, and all with the goal of collecting as much data as possible," said Cook. Now, Apple makes its money from hardware and online services, whereas Facebook makes its money by whoring your data. As many of you know, I love space stuff, and it looks like Elon Musk's SpaceX's December launch has made the FAA mad. As we all know, it exploded when it tried to land, violating the terms of its Federal Aviation Administration test license. Apparently, your rockets are not allowed to blow up according to Section 235, subsection 8, Clause 42, under the "Your Big Silver Thing is not allowed to blow up" addendum. I mean, it's hard to test an innovative product like SpaceX without blowing up a few of them. NASA blew up a slew of Mercury rockets before they said, fuck it, let's just put Alan Shepard in the damn thing. Luckily, the Mercury rocket did not blow up and Alan came back to Earth just fine. But you really have to give it to the FAA Space Division, which after a flurry of activity in the 60s and 70s has pretty much had dick all to do except to add to its bureaucracy and maintain old, out-of-date strictures. You have been watching Random Brain Farts Tech News brought to you by Manfred's, makers of products that would be banned if they were caught selling them. So long, denizens. What is it, Wancho? Yes, I know many of our wonderful commenters misspell your name. Yes, W-A-N-C-H-O, when we all know it's spelled J-U-A-N-C-H-O. Yes, it would piss me off too. And by the way, the Q in Paul is silent. So long, denizens.